So omega-6s are linoleic acids. They're the polyunsaturated fats. They're the vegetable oils in all of these processed foods and everybody's cooking oils. And you can see that chemically, the impact that they have in the body is an inflammatory effect, cause inflammation, vasoconstriction, platelet aggregation. And so, yeah, we can
Mm.
generally see that they're pretty inflammatory. And so this is just an example directly of the impact that they're having inside the body. And this is a cute picture from her book in Deep Nutrition.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and yeah, she's showing that like these damaged fats, or that these fats that are these omega-6s, these vegetable oils, they're very prone to oxidation. And so even like trans fats are also like very, very, very harmful. And so these fatty acids, when they're damaged, because they're very easily prone to oxidation and damage, they can pretty much just take up the space and take up the function of the like enzymes, or um, they can block different processes in our body. So they can really limit things like weight loss, or
Mm.
like our ability to burn fat or build muscle. Like no matter how hard you're trying to calorie restrict or exercise. And so it seems that these do have a pretty large impact on our health, and kind of shows that a calorie is not a calorie. There are different kinds of
Mhm.
foods, and this is her whole idea about epigenetics, that food is it's information. It's signaling your body. It's
Mhm.
signaling in your body. It impacts your gene expression, how your body functions. It's not just a matter of a fat is however many calories, and a carbohydrate is this many calories. So
Yeah, what I'm finding is that all these, negative impacts can also accumulate and amplify their impact, their effect on health. The earlier graph we see that a lot of people nowadays have really high percentage of their stored body fat as omega sixes. Now,
mhm,
they're unsaturated because they have more of these double bonds where oxygen molecules can attach to and oxidize, right? And what I'm finding is that these people also tend to not use oxygen very efficiently. You can tell from the way they breathe. Their breathing rate is high, so they are not their CO2 tolerance is low, and CO2 is crucial in mobilizing the utilization of oxygen. So what happens is they overbreathe. They have more oxygen molecules in their body, and that tend to also react to these fatty acids. So what we end up doing is carrying all these oxidized fats in our body. And people talk about, well, when you have excess body fat, basically you are storing inflammation in these fat molecules, right? And that's what we're seeing. And that's what I'm seeing. So, and I remember this person who has been on a pretty strict, very restrictive in terms of the type of fat that she's been consuming. She's only cooking in at home. Once in a while, her son wants a cheat day, but she's been limiting herself from these cheat days when they go out to
mhm,
eat. So she's been eating clean, and you can see her skin just change. And just
mhm,
since
yeah.
January, and right now it's March, she still has a lot of excess body fat, and which she's working on. But then you can start to see the change already. The
Mhm.
skin quality, the skin tone, her energy level, and then also she also knows when she eats these PUFAs, when she eats out, she definitely can feel the negative impact, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, even me too. Like I notice that when I do eat out too much, or if I eat fried foods in particular, which
mhm,
fried foods are always fried in vegetable oils and in PUFAs and polyunsaturated fatty acids. And I notice that I always get acne after I eat these
mhm,
foods. So yeah, because acne is or like redness of the skin, it is a sign of inflammation. And
mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, so PUFA, inflammatory, um, and it's also very difficult to utilize. I don't know if we prepared this slide, but I don't think I did. Well, I don't think we did. But I remember Dr. Shanatan also has a slide. I think it's in the Fat Burn Fix book, uh,
Uh-huh.
or she look at the utilization or the efficiency of various fats and how much your body can access the stored calories,
Mm.
and saturated fats is basically you have good access. It's a very high level, and I think mono unsaturated fat is also very high. So fats from things like olive oil, butter, these are olive oil has more monounsaturated and butter has more saturated. Your body can use them very efficiently, but these PUFAs, I think the utilization rate is only maybe about half. So now you have all these calories that you have no access to. So maybe you use half of it, but then the other half has to go somewhere and they get stored. So it's much easier to store and accumulate body fat when we are over consuming PUFAs, and then they stay in us and they get oxidized and they turn inflammatory, and then now our whole body is inflammatory. So what I'm finding is that people that have been following ketogenic diet that I've been coaching, they initially lose a lot of weight, but mainly from reducing inflammation, because then their body is getting rid of the excess water accumulation. And it's not necessarily true fat weight yet, but still that is very good because you're reducing your inflammation. And then they start to be able to burn off those store body fat as well.